six, five, four, three, two, one, zero.
Naimbag nga kada kayo amin apo. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Good evening, Philippines. This is Admin Roy, your pageant correspondent of Philippine Pageants. And I'm so excited tonight as we have a very special guest for our live interview. And I'm honored as well to be on the same screen with the Philippine Pageants, who will serve as my co-host for tonight's event. Without no further ado, please welcome our untiring admin from Saudi Arabia, no less than Admin Sam Quito.
Hello everyone, this is Admin Sam of the Philippine Pageants page and welcome to our interactive live interview today. Of course, maayong hapon, maayong gabi sa tanan, mapya magabi sa langon. Of course, I am from Jeddah at exciting ngayong araw ito guys dahil kasama natin ang kilalang kilala sa social media world. Of course, one of the candidates with the biggest fan base dito sa Miss Universe Philippines. At mamaya, kakausapin natin yan. At marami kaming actually common things. At excited akong ipaalam yun sa inyo mamaya. And of course, yan, mapasama pala ako sa aking designer dito sa Jeddah, si Sir Amir Alcoriza, for my beautiful barong. Yan, modern na barong yan. Yan. At of course, itong nasa likod ko. Sa kanya yan. And of course, yes, may shoutout sa lahat na nandyan. Mamaya, lahat kayo shoutout namin. Yes, back to you, Admin Roy.
Yes, Admin Sam, maraming salamat. We are live, not only in the Philippines, but across the globe. As a matter of fact, we have Miss Lorna Marshall na imbag nga bi tayo amin apo. So maraming salamat po. Please keep sharing and watching our live because this is not only about Miss Universe, but also this is how we can welcome our very own or our famous TikToker who are very well inclined in terms of social media. Right, Admin Sam?
Yes, of course. Kaya excited ako kasi marami tayong pag-uusapan mamaya. Yan.
Shout out
Kaya,
sa ating 65. Yes, Admin Sam. Maraming salamat sa 65 viewers right now. Maraming salamat po. Please share our Facebook and YouTube live tonight.
yan.
All right, Admin, I believe. Yep.
Yes. Of course, wag na natin patagalin to, guys. Yes, ang ating pinakahihintay na guest for tonight, of course, from San Juan, of course, kilalang TikToker at kilalang vlogger. Ang dami nating matutunan sa kanya. Of course, please help me welcome Miss San Juan. Actually, Toastmaster ko yan. Miss Ayn or Queen Ayn Bernos. Yan. Hello po. Yan.
Hello po. Good evening sa inyong dalawa. And good evening sa lahat po ng nanonood. Thank you so much, Philippine Pageants, for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Ang cute naman, Queen Ayn Bernos pala yung nakalagay. I love
Yan.
it.
Ayan, so tama, Queen Ayin. Actually, we are mas excited. At the same time, quite nervous because we have a walking dictionary right now ating harapan. But before that, would you like to greet your supporters tonight?
Yes, for those of you who are here watching and supporting me, I'd like to thank everyone for continuing, from the beginning of this journey up until now. Maraming salamat po sa panonood at sa pagsuporta.
Yep. So thank you everyone for all the support of to our Queen Ayin, who is now vying for Miss Universe Philippines. So I believe you are one of the top 75 candidates of Miss Universe Philippines. What is your first reaction when you read about the news that you are one of the top two or a consistent top two in each challenges?
That was definitely unexpected for me. I knew going
Mm,
into the competition that my TikTok and my role as a content creator would definitely help. But to see the amount of
mm,
support and the love that I've been getting has been really overwhelming. And it really inspires me to keep pushing, making me realize that I might be on the right path. So I'm really grateful for all the support kasi hindi ko po talaga yun control pero dumadating siya. So maraming salamat talaga.
Ayun. And speaking of
Ayan.
vlogging,
So,
ang
Queen
ganda ng,
Admin Sam?
yes, admin rin, ang ganda kasi ng list ni Queen Ayen eh. It's all about knowledge, about English, di ba,
Mm,
language. Kaya ang dami mong matutunan. And of course, Queen Ayen is a certified lover of knowledge. Actually, technically, ang tawag dyan is Sophophilis. Di ba?
Oh,
Ayun, di ba?
mm,
I learned
Sophophilis.
that right now.
Yes. Sophia, kung ano yun eh, knowledge, of course, Philos love. Okay, so kaya nga ang dami niyang fans. At of course, napaka-inspiring yung galing niya magsalita. At mamaya marami tayong matutunan dyan. And of course, we share the same thing. We are part of the Toastmasters International. Yes, dito ako sa
Yes.
Jeddah and
wow.
he's from
I'm from the Metro
Philippines.
Manila Toastmasters Club. Yes.
Yes. At of course, baka
Wow,
may
I'm
mga
so excited
misconception dyan.
about that.
Yes. Hindi naman,
Mm,
actually, sumali ako doon. Hindi sa magaling ako magsalita. Pero gusto ko lang kasi na-inspired ako by the people who are actually very good speakers. Ang gusto ko sa Toastmasters na yan is actually an intimidation-free environment. Tutulungan kanila. Actually,
It's
malaki ang tulong sa
true.
akin. Mamaya pag-usapan namin yan sa'yo. Yan. At mahilig din siya sa dictionaries, di ba?
Traditional
Walking dictionary.
Toastmaster.
At nagiging
Yep.
palayo din
All
sa
right.
akin yan. Kaya ngayon, mamaya, exciting to. Thank you, yan. Back to you. Back to you. Talagang pang Toastmaster to eh. Back to you, Admin Roy.
Yes. So our first segment actually is to show some photo that is very interesting to not only to Queen Ayin but also to the viewer. Are you
Mm-mm.
excited now, Queen Ayin, about the photos
Game. I
or
can't wait to
pictures that
see
we
what you guys
prepared?
picked. Sige, game.
All right. So we do some research about this one, and we are so excited to share the first photo with us. Mhm.
Ano kaya
Ayan.
ito?
Yan. Oh, yan. Cute.
Oh my gosh. Ah, I'm such a
Tell,
baby.
yeah, tell
Mm-mm.
us the story behind this photo, Queen Ayin.
I think I was graduating from prep at this time.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
I would be 6 years old.
Mhm.
And I love this photo because it really reminds me of how I was as a kid. Kita
Mhm.
niyo naman, syempre, morena skin, very
Yes.
shy.
Yeah.
I think you can see from my expression, I was a very shy kid, which, I had to outgrow eventually. So, ayan. What I do, especially during this
Mm-mm.
competition, I do for that girl.
Wow.
Exactly. So what is your message to that girl if you go back to the your childhood, Queen
Oh,
Ayin?
if I could go back and talk to this
Mhm.
kid, I would probably
Mhm.
say, don't limit yourself because you have no idea how crazy the universe can be, how abundant the universe could be if you only allow it.
Yep, tama ka diyan. Alright, so Admin Sam, are you excited with the next photo?
Of course. At of course, shout out muna natin kaninang kakatapos nating interviewin si Miss Leona Yusalina ng Las
Sis,
Piñas.
hello!
Hello. Pati si Miss Queen Leia nandyan. Yan. Hello po sa inyong lahat.
Okay, so our next
Meet you
picture right
soon, please.
now.
Mm-mm.
Yep. So our next picture is
Yan. Habang nag-iintat. Bella Kings, hello po sa inyo dyan. Yan.
so our
Ayun.
picture is all about 2018. What happened last 2018?
2018. 2018. Ah, 2018 was the year I moved to Spain. 2018
Mm,
was the
Yeah.
year I did so many new things. So yeah,
wow.
I moved to Madrid. I was an English
Mhm.
teacher in Spain,
Mm.
and that really allowed me to grow into my independent self. Sobrang dami kong natutunan nung 2018. And I think I am the Ayin today because of 2018 Ayin.
Yes, so sa lahat ng
Of
mga
course.
viewers natin, si Queen Ayin ay naging, guro or, educator sa Spain. Tama po ba, Queen Ayin?
Yes po. Para akong si Teddy.
Wow! So
Wow. And of course, admin Roya Patrivia tayo dyan sa Spain. Did you know,
yep.
guys, that the language Spanish is actually the second language in the world with the most speakers. Number one is Chinese Mandarin. The
Mhm.
pangalawa is the Spanish. And of course, the English is the third one. Yan. Kasi minsan marami nagkakamali. Akala nila English pa rin. Pero
Mm.
all of these languages, lahat yan importante. Of all the 7,000 languages in the world, lahat yan equally important. Okay, yes, admin.
Ayan. Ayan na, lumalabas na ang isa sa mga walking dictionary ng ating Philippine Pageants.
I
I'm so
And,
love.
excited kung
and
saan papunta ang
excited.
ating interview for tonight. Alright, so I'm so excited to watch this to living dictionary. So with moving forward, we have another photo.
Oh my gosh. Grabe, you guys went way back. I love this. This was
Oh,
in 2011. I think,
mm,
yeah,
Yes.
2011. Tapos, I graduated from high school and it was my last year as a high school cheerleader.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's that's why I had that. This was the National Cheerleading Championships.
Mhm.
mm,
I see. All right. So, thank you for sharing your story about being a cheerleader. And you are a flyer during that time, if I'm not mistaken. Tama po ba? Based on our research.
Actually, when I was in high school, I was a base because for
Ah,
those of you who are not familiar with cheerleading terms, yun yung
mm,
nagbubuhat kasi I went to an
yes.
all-girls school.
ah,
At believe it
Mm.
or not, matangkad ako doon. Matangkad ako noon sa lagay na yun.
okay, wow.
Okay. Actually, I've watched your TikTok most of the time, and the next picture right now.
Oh, sorry. I think I lost my internet. Are we going to the next picture?
Yep.
Yes.
So our next
Nandiyan pa.
picture is all about daily reminder.
Ooh,
So
I
can
love.
you share your daily reminder to all our viewers? Actually, we have 125 viewers right
Yes.
now. So tell us your daily reminder for tonight.
For tonight, my daily reminder would be you owe it to yourself to try. So if you guys are
Mhm.
thinking about something that you've been wanting to do, tapos iniisip nyo kung kaya nyo ba or something like that, just go do it kasi
Yes.
you have to do it for yourself. You have to try.
Wow.
Amazing. Amazing about that one. Next, we have a special word,
Ooh.
which is
Intimidation.
yep.
Mm.
Can you tell us about the word intimidation and your experience before regarding with intimidation?
I would say intimidation is something that I've experienced a lot growing up, especially because I had, of course, my own insecurities, whether it was physical, emotional. I had a lot of those. I think just like
Mm.
any teenager, you know. But
Mhm.
because I really worked hard to cultivate my confidence, I remind
Wow.
myself that I shouldn't feel intimidated no matter what happens. And something that I always like to tell myself is no one is better than me and I am better than no one. And it really
Yo.
just means na kahit saan ako magpunta, you know, I
Mhm.
belong in those spaces. I shouldn't feel small, but at the same time, I should also stay humble and grounded and know na hindi ako nakakaangat kahit kanino. So that's what I feel about intimidation na sana hindi natin siya nafe-feel at all.
Yes.
Exactly. Tama ka dyan, Queen Ayin. Right
Mm-mm.
now, do you feel intimidated joining Miss Universe Philippines?
I definitely do na parang, I think it's just human to feel that way,
Mm,
especially going into a
mm,
space that you've never been in. But what I've learned is super bait ng mga other delegates. Sobrang
mm.
bait ng mga taong nakakasalamuha ko. So I'm really grateful and humbled na kahit na going into this, I thought it was going to be intimidating. It's actually very, very welcoming.
Yep,
So,
tama kayo dyan.
kumbaga, Admin
Mm,
Roy, it's one of the
mm,
misconceptions that you have proven wrong ngayon na nasa pageantry ka,
mm.
di ba?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow. Mm-mm.
Yep, tama ka dyan,
Yes, Admin Roy.
Queen Ayin and Admin Sam. Okay, so moving forward, we have next. Ayan, so we have next photo, which is the magic word.
Ooh, the magic word. So this one, I think when I said the magic word, I can refer to my TikTok video for when I started my Miss Universe Philippines journey.
Mm-mm.
Um, I said kasi na yung no height requirements, yun yung
Yes.
magic words for me. And they really are because for 2 decades, I believed that it was never going to happen. The opportunity was never
Oh.
going to happen for me.
Mm-mm.
But then the moment I saw those on the poster, I was like, oh, magic.
Yes,
Wow.
tama ka dyan. Admin Sam, di ba may trivia ka regarding sa height requirement ng Miss Universe?
Kasi sinabi ni, of course, Queen Ayin na 2 decades. Kasi sa 2 decades na
Mm,
yun, parang ang height is parang pinataas, di ba? 5'5" pataas, ganun, or 5'6" pataas.
mm,
But if you're going back to the Miss Universe history, actually we
Mhm.
have two Miss Universe histories in history who are actually 5'3". The first Miss Universe from Colombia and the first Latina to win the Miss Universe way back in 1958, si
Wow.
Los Marina Zuluaga was only 5'3". And the first Miss Universe from Thailand way back in 1965 na si Apastra Hong Sakula was also 5'3". Kaya pasok na
wow.
pasok ka sa height requirement kung Miss Universe, di ba?
I
Oh,
guess
di
we're
ba?
bringing that back in 2021, diba? I love that.
Yes, yes. And of course,
Tama kayo
good luck.
dyan. So I believe that height requirement is not necessary anymore as long as
Exactly.
you
Yes.
have this advocacy and as long as you have this greater cause na ibibigay sa table ng Miss Universe Philippines and Miss Universe organization in general. So,
Exactly.
yep. So since we've mentioned regard with the advocacy, so next to share is all about your advocacy. Tell us about your advocacy, Queen.
So, my advocacy going into the pageant is the same one that I've had way before. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with me, I've been advocating for empowerment through education and inclusion for
Mm.
quite some time now. For the
Mm.
first one, I as a former teacher and as a content educator, um,
Yes.
I believe that there is so much power in education. And one of the things that I've done in the last couple of years is organize my own workshops that are fundraisers as well, that
Mm.
whose proceeds go to different causes depending on what's needed at the moment. So we've done some fundraisers for educational assistance programs, especially at the beginning of the pandemic when students needed to transition to online school. And then for the second part would be empowerment through inclusion. And I do it through my brand Morena the Label, which is a brand that celebrates dark skin, morena skin here
Yes.
in the Philippines. And we also challenge colorism. So it's something that I've always talked about. And I'm glad that I can talk about it too here now on the Miss Universe platform, thanks to the Miss Universe platform.
Wow.
All right. So you've mentioned about colorism. Can you tell us about this colorism topic? I believe based on
Yeah.
my research, you had
Mm.
this thesis, if I'm not mistaken,
I do.
discussing about colorism about the Philippines.
Yes. So my work around colorism actually started when I was in college because
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a thesis on beauty ideologies in
Mm-hmm.
Philippine advertisements, especially
Mm-hmm.
skincare ones. So what I did was to study how we use language to talk about skin color. And what I found was that there is a huge bias against dark skin in the Philippines, and so
Mm.
having that knowledge, I it really fueled me to continue working on that, to continue speaking about it. And I did so through my own content. So I would create videos on YouTube, I would give talks in schools, I would give workshops. Like a couple of months ago, I give a TED talk about it. So that was one of the highlights of my advocacy, I would say.
Yes,
Yep.
wow, thank you
So,
for that. And of course, Admin Roy, ma-add ko lang yan
mm-mm.
kasi one of the
Mm-mm.
reasons why some Filipinos have this colorism is because may mga ugali kasi ng Filipino, we have this so-called xenophilia, the love for foreign objects or products or mga yung iba, standard of beauty nila is yung mestiza. Yung xenophilia kumbaga na yan diyan. And of course, we have to adapt, learn na lahat everything in this world is actually beautiful, di ba? Lahat you have yan.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Admin
Yep.
Roy.
So, all right. So our next photo right now is a microphone.
Ay, nang lalamon.
That's so funny.
Syempre, after the serious note, we have this microphone. Tell us a story about microphone. Because I believe one of your TikTok tell a story about microphone.
Which TikTok is this exactly? Which microphone? Parang ang dami kong microphone related
So,
stuff.
ano yung unang naiisip mo when it comes to microphone?
Well, for me, I remember my public speaking experiences, and I think that's what I'm known for some reason. I honestly did not go into this with that strategy or anything like that. I didn't think about it. It's just that on TikTok I am known for creating content about public speaking. So
Mhm,
I would actually, I don't know if you know this, Toastmaster Sam, but
Yes.
I would
mhm,
film I would film my table topics, my
Yes.
impromptu speeches, and post them on TikTok. And those have
Napanood ko
been
yun.
my most viewed videos na parang somebody would ask me a question, I'd answer it. And this was like
Yes.
way back at the beginning of my TikTok career. So hindi talaga siya knowingly done, but it's on the internet now, so I can't take it back. But that's
Yes.
me and my relationship with a microphone.
Yes. Admin Roy, dahil nabanggit natin yung microphone, pa-trivia ako dyan. Kasi way back in 2016, nung nanalo ako ng talumpating hindi handa, or that was foreign
mm,
speaking dito, nabanggit ko yung microphone. Kasi buwan ng wika yan eh. Ang Tagalog, original na Tagalog ng microphone ay hindi actually microphone. It's mic-tig. Yan.
Ano
mm,
At
po?
mic-tinig. Mic-tinig is
Wow,
the original Tagalog
mixtinig.
word. Yes. And ito, ginagamit namin ngayon of course, ni Queen Ayin, is sensor microphone. And this is actually invention by EC Wenty. So, back to you.
mm.
Yan, Admin Roy.
Daming
Okay, ang
trivia. Ang dami ko
daming trivia.
natututunan.
Sharing of knowledge. Yan.
Oh,
Uy,
I
gusto.
Yep.
love this. Okay, so for this next one, this is my backstage ID for Miss Universe 20. I'm not sure about the year. I think it was 2017, January 2017, pero Miss
Mm,
Universe 2016 siya. It
Yes.
was the year na si
Eh,
Miss Pia Wurtzbach ang reigning Miss
training,
Universe.
yes. Exactly.
Tapos dito sa Philippines, ginanap yung Miss Universe. I was very, very excited about this job kasi when I was in the beginning of my career, fresh grad ako, dakilang raketera po ako. As in, I
mm,
had my day job, pero I
Wow.
also had a lot of freelance jobs. And one of them was this job. I was the Snapchat, ang tawag doon, parang I was documenting for Snapchat basically.
mm,
So, the Snapchat office in LA, they hired me to literally go backstage at Miss Universe and take videos, ganyan, ganyan. Tapos it was such a great experience for me kasi fan talaga ako. As in, pageants, sobrang I've always watched them, and when I
Yes.
found this job listing, sabi kasi it was for ano eh, it was for a major pageant in the Philippines. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, this is Miss Universe. I need to work for it. So nung in-interview nila ako for this job, I got it instantly kasi they saw that I was so excited to be there and I was so excited to work for them and Miss Universe. So yun, that was my experience. Akala ko yun na yung pinakamalapit na mararating ko as far as
Wow.
Miss Universe is concerned. But here we are.
Wow. And follow up ko dyan, Admin
Congratulations.
Roy, Yes. Sino sa mga foreign beauties that time ang na-meet mo at hindi mo makakalimutan?
Halos na-meet ko sila. I mean, yung mga mm, well, hindi pala si Maxine, no, foreign, no?
Yes,
I forgot.
Philippines.
Hindi nga pala. Well, I met most of them actually. I remember Miss
Wow.
Canada. Miss Canada,
Yes,
I forgot her name, but Miss Canada really struck me because
yes,
she was so confident and she was
yes.
getting a lot of hate at that time because
Yes.
parang she was
Mm.
not the beauty standard. I don't know if you guys remember this, but
Yes, yes.
yung year na
Body
yon,
shaming.
yes, bina-body shame siya, pero
Mm.
sobrang tatag ng loob niya, and I really, really admired her for that. I didn't get to talk to her like face to face, pero
Mm.
na videohan ko siya and stuff, and just the way
Wow.
she carried herself was really
Exactly.
inspiring. Mhm.
Yan.
So shout out kay Mr. Dave Ocampo, Gandang Morena,
Hi,
Beauty and
Tito Dave.
Brain. That is Ayn Bernos Laban San Juan. Hello, Tito. Good evening
Hello po.
po. And also shout out kay Alison Hedorio Ravago, may ate dictionary.
Hi,
Wow.
Allison. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so speaking of dictionary, tell us
Oh, wow.
story about dictionary.
Wow.
You know, I don't actually have a physical dictionary that I use,
Mm.
especially like the English language. I just use
Mm.
Google. When I don't know something, I Google it.
Yes.
What I do have is a Spanish dictionary, a French
Mm.
dictionary, and a Portuguese dictionary.
Mm.
Oh,
Because I've
wow.
been trying to learn with no success, by the way. Wala akong progress dun sa French
Mm.
and Portuguese ko. But I've always enjoyed languages, and it always fascinated me how people learn, how people speak, different accents. So super
Yes.
na-enjoy ko siya.
Mm.
Anong favorite Spanish word na pwede mong i-share sa lahat ng
Ooh,
viewers natin tonight?
my favorite Spanish word would be voluntad, which is
Mm.
voluntad. It means will. So the power of your will. Yun.
Amazing. Amazing.
Wow. And
So
speaking,
that
yes. Mm.
yes, Admin Sam, go on.
Speaking of Spanish word na yan,
Mm.
ang daming mga Spanish words na actually valid English words. Isa na dyan yung ventana. Yung sa atin is window, di ba?
Mm.
Pakita mo rin sa English.
Yes.
Actually, marami. Siesta, di ba? Marami.
Yes.
Yan.
Mm-mm. Kaya nga po, it wasn't super hard for me to learn. I mean,
Yes.
I know enough, pero kasi pag di mo alam, you can speak in Tagalog and hope that
Yes.
somebody understands.
May advantage sa yung Filipino kasi of course nasakop tayo ng Espanyol, di ba? For 333 years. Kaya may mga words na Spanish na common sa atin.
Mm-hmm.
Yun,
Yes.
yun. Yes,
Yeah.
Admin Ro.
So,
Mm.
all right. So voluntad means will. So our
Wow.
next picture is all about will. So tell us story about this one.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm so happy I get to talk about this. Thank you for asking. Kasi this is one of my my true loves, as in super
Wow.
enjoy ko siya. I'm not very good at it. I'm average, but I really really love wall climbing. It's one of the hobbies that I picked up as an adult,
Wow.
and when the gym was open, I would just go multiple times a week, learn how to, this is why I got stronger and why I got fit, because I really loved wall climbing and gusto ko mabuhat sarili ko.
Yep. So you've mentioned na isa ito sa mga game or hobby na ginawa mo. So next picture,
Na-try mo yon,
eh,
Admin Roy, climbing?
hindi po. I have fear
Parang,
sa heights actually.
yes. So may kwan ka,
Mm.
altophobia, di ba? Oo.
Yes
Kaya niyo
po.
Pero,
yan.
yes. Fear of climbing is climacophobia. So wala, nandun po. Hindi natin kaya.
Oo.
Ah,
Actually,
okay.
oo. Actually, 'pag gusto ko siyang akyatin, natatakot ako pababa. So,
Mm.
something na 'pag
Oh.
oo, kaya
Yes.
I never tried this one, but I really wanted to. Maybe in the future pagbalik ko ng Pilipinas. So, shout out sa
Sabihan
aking
niyo
mga
lang po ako. Sabihan niyo ako kung
yes,
gusto niyo mag-climb at andito kayo sa Pilipinas. I got you. Ako rin
yes.
maggaganon sa inyo para di kayo mahuhulog. Kayang-kaya ko 'yan.
Maraming
Nakaka-relate
salamat,
ako dun,
Queen Ayn.
Kaya kong umakyat, natatakot akong bumaba.
Oo, totoo yun. So, yun yung mga isa sa mga kinatatakutan kong bumaba. Pero
Yes.
mahilig
Mm.
akong umakyat, pero nahihirapan akong bumaba.
Yes.
So,
Mm.
sabi nga, pag akyat sa Baguio, mai-connect
Wow.
lang. So, ano
Oh
po
my
ang
God.
nangyari sa Baguio City? Queen
Baguio
Ayin.
City. I went recently to Baguio. Super
Hmm,
overnight lang siya. As in, literally, nag-drive ako papunta. Tapos natulog kami ng kapatid ko. And then umuwi kami.
hmm,
Baguio is a place where we've spent a lot of Christmases as a family. Ang dali
mhm.
niya po kasi puntahan pag bakasyon,
Mm.
ganyan. And yeah, it's more of like a comfort place talaga. And I have a lot of good memories in Baguio. Especially with
Yeah,
family.
with family. So, family, pagkasama natin family, we enjoyed
Yes.
our vacation. Tama dyan. So,
Yes.
moving on,
Mega shout out, Muhammad Faisal. Hello po. Edwin,
Hello.
tell
yes.
us about the word or
It's
a
okay.
place where you will remember
Oh my
pharmacy.
god. Oh my gosh, you watched my TikTok video, no?
Yes.
Sure. Nakakatawa. This is so funny. Kasi when I first saw pharmacy, sabi ko, hindi naman ako medical professional. Why would we have this? Oh my gosh, naalala ko na,
Mm.
guys. So when I was in Palawan, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite stories because it reminds me of um, our humanity. Parang dito ako nagkaroon ng trust and faith in humanity ulit. Anyway, I was in
Mm.
Palawan po, in Coron. Tapos
Mm.
during that time, I had a little, incident pag masakit ang tiyan natin,
Yeah.
ganyan. Di nyo
Mm.
alam, you know what happens. So, I was riding a tricycle going to the restaurant nung hindi ko na talaga kaya. During that time, this was way back, years back, wala pong public restroom na nadaanan. So I had to, sabi ko, stop. Sabi ko, para po, I really need to stop here. So what I did was, I knocked sa pharmacy and it was attached to a house. Tapos, I
Oh.
was so grateful and lucky na yung may-ari nung bahay and nung pharmacy, pinapasok nila ako, tapos they welcomed me. As in, like, tinulungan nila ako, which was, something na you can't really expect from everyday people. So I was really grateful for that and hindi ko sila makakalimutan.
Wow.
Of course. Ay,
Thank
may
you for
nagpapa-shout
sharing that.
out. Yeah.
Yes, shout out kay
If you
Sir
guys
Juan.
Sam
want
of
the
Jeddah.
ano, if you guys want the full story, you can go to my TikTok because that was slightly condensed.
Yes.
Yes. It's very funny but interesting actually. Wherein may mga kababayan talaga tayo na talagang handang tumulong sa oras ng
Yeah, sobra,
pangangailangan.
sobra po.
And I'm so happy because you shared that story to everybody, considering that you are a famous TikToker, pero meron kang other side of the story, which is very funny, but yung kapupulutan talaga ng aral, especially kung paano talaga tumulong yung mga kababayan natin sa oras ng pangangailangan, which I believe related sa experience mo when you are helping other people, especially sa mga kagaya mong public speaker na tinutulungan mo na maging confident sa pagsasalita online as well as in
Mm.
front of many people. So good job dyan, Queen Ayin.
Yes.
Salamat po. Thank you so much. We pay it forward. Parang, lalo na pag nakakatanggap tayo ng tulong, we can't let it stop there. We need to
Exa-
pay it forward to who needs it.
Exactly. That's the true definition of being a queen. Know how to go back and of course learn how to help other people. So extend our arms para matulungan ng ibang tao nangangailangan. Sabi nga, create more public speaker or a leader should create more leaders. A public speaker should create more public speaker in the future. So maraming
Yes.
salamat Queen Ayin for that. And of course, another research from our friend. Eh,
Kaya
okay ka pa ba
ito.
dyan, Queen Ayin?
Okay pa, nakakatawa. Actually, I love the I love the selection. Grabe. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Natutuwa ako.
Unexpected lahat ng mga photo natin
Opo, I
tonight.
love. Ooh,
Wow.
books.
Mhm.
I am an avid reader. I love, love, love
Wow.
reading. I would say it's one of the things that helped me the most to become a better speaker, to become a better writer, to become a better leader. It's all because I loved reading. I remember the first time I picked up a book was in first grade. I was 7 years old. Na-discover ko
Mm.
yung library namin. Tapos after nun,
Ah,
hindi na ako natigil magbasa.
Hmm.
wow.
Wow, so wide reader ang ating Queen Ayin. So, what is your favorite book actually, Queen Ayin?
I have different favorite books depende sa genre. So
Mhm.
Yes.
I would say for my siguro self-development na lang. I really love the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People because it has a
Mhm.
lot of actionable tips that will improve your life. As in very applicable siya sa everyday life, and I read it at the beginning of the pandemic kasi yun yung time po na natigil yung business, natigil lahat. So wala akong ginawa kundi basahin yun, and it really really changed the trajectory of my life because I picked up on those habits. So if you guys can read it, read it.
Wow. Of course,
Okay.
admin rin, ma-add ko lang ang technical term
Mm.
for lover of books is actually bibliophile. Yeah.
Alam mo
Wow.
talaga, sir, yung lahat ng file at phobia.
So,
Grabe,
way
minemorize
back,
mo.
marami na ako nakalimutan ngayon. Kumbaga, sinishare ko lang yung
Okay.
nalalaman ko pa. Yeah.
Dami.
Yes,
Oo.
Admin Roy.
Yes. The reason why ganyan ka mahilig sa mga words si Admin Sam, it's because his previous game ka na ba player way back
Way back.
20 something. Right,
Oh
Admin
my
Sam?
gosh.
Yes. Ang placement fee ko dito, actually, the prize I won in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire ni Vic Soto. Yun ang
Wow.
ginamit kong placement fee ko dito.
Wait, so
Mm.
napanood na ba
So,
kita, TM Sam?
that was way back 2010. Nung
Ay,
naglaro ako.
napanood kita. Feeling
Yeah.
ko napanood kita.
Yes.
Hahanapin kita.
And may technical term, person who loves trivia, kasi ako yun, spermologer. A person who loves trivia, collecting
Oh, hindi
trivia.
siya file.
Yeah.
Hindi siya file this time.
Yes. Dahil dyan, may trivia ako, di ba? Favorite book ko, 10,000 trivias.
I love
Pinas pa
it.
to, Queen Ayin. Binili ko sa MOA. Ngayon, dala-dala ko pa.
Yung
Ah.
is this the book fair? Manila International Book Fair ba yan? Or
Hindi.
Ay,
Sa
okay,
kuan
joke
mismo,
lang.
National Bookstore mismo.
Okay, joke lang. Sorry.
Okay, yes, go on. Yes, yeah.
All right. So last two photo right now we have weekly dumps.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Oo nga, meron
Nakita ko
akong nasa,
yung comment ni
Kaya
Tito
nga,
Dave.
Hello, Tito Dave. San Juan Top 4 Best Runway Video for Miss Universe. Oh my God!
Thank
Wow,
you.
congratulations.
Nagulat naman ako sa balita.
Yes. Sa lahat ng moto ito para sa inyo. Yan. Yeah.
Thank you po.
Yes.
Yay! Maraming salamat po sa mga bumoto.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng boboto at patuloy na boboto kay Queen Ayin at sa lahat ng mga Miss Universe candidates na
Yes.
naghihirap para maabot nila ang kanilang mga pangarap. Maraming maraming salamat po sa lahat ng supporters natin tonight, especially to Sir Edwin Uy, Mr.
Mhm.
Dave Ocampo for giving us some time, and of course for allowing Queen Ayin to be interviewed for tonight. All right. So, moving forward, we have weekly dumps.
Weekly dump. So this is something that I've been doing since December of last year. And just to
Mhm.
explain it to you po, it's just a collection of photos na I post every week on Instagram. Kasi parang for me, I really missed the part of Instagram na you get to share about your life. Kasi
Mm.
parang nagkaroon po ng shift with Instagram na parang puro perfect pictures na lang lagi. So once a
Mm.
week, I
Oh, yes.
started posting just things that happened to me. So sometimes, like lugaw, ganyan. As in, sobrang hindi siya aesthetic, hindi siya super ganda na photo. But I really want to post these things so that I can look back and see na, oh, ito pala yung nangyari sa akin before. And to me, it's always a good reminder to find the things na I can be grateful for.
Yep,
Alam mo,
tama. So kung
Admin Boy,
mhm.
natuwa ko nung sinabi niyang lugaw. Naalala ko nung high school ako. I was third year. Alam mo, nagbibenta
Mm.
ng mga gram books. Pumunta sa school namin. Tapos nagtanong
Mm.
siya, if you could answer this one, sabi na sa mga estudyante doon, nandun ako, bibigyan kit kayo ng grammar book. And the question was, ano sa English ang lugaw?
Is it
And that,
Mm.
yes,
Is
pwede.
it porridge?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, yes! Tama po!
Yes!
Game ka na ba?
Wow!
Game ka na ba?
At nakuha ko yun. Kasi tumakbo talaga ako sa stage.
Bet. Ever
Oh,
since pala. Yun pala, bata pa lang.
yes. Oh, hilig ko na. May
Yep.
hiniram akong
So,
dictionary kasi dati nung high school. Elementary ako. Graduate ako ng grade 6. Hindi ko na binalik yung dictionary. Binasa ko yun. Actually, technical term po, nanghihiram ng libro pero hindi binabalik. Biblioclick. Yan. So, yan.
mm,
Okay na. Go on.
Ganyan ako ng bata. Nade-delay ako ng return ng libro sa library.
Yes.
yep. So kung ibabalik natin yung nakaraan, ano dun yung special memory ni Miss Queen Ayin? Kasi 'di ba weekly dumps, sa lahat ng mga
Mhm.
weekly dumps, photo or experience mo, ano dun yung pinaka-memorable or touching part of that
I think they're
photo?
all special in their own way. Kasi parang nakita ko yung progression po ng life ko in the last couple of months, as in since
Mhm,
January. So, for
mhm,
example, tsaka itong year po, honestly, sobrang daming nagbago sa buhay ko. Kasi if you don't know this, nag-start ako sa TikTok December lang. So,
mm.
as in, I grew from 0 followers to 1,000,000, 2.5
Wow.
this year. So this
Wow.
was all documented through those weekly dumps. So
Mm,
sometimes, ayun, yung mga milestones lang na getting to this number from nothing kasi lalo na I'm a content creator sa career ko po. So
mm,
importante talaga yan sa akin. So, and another thing was of course the week na I learned I was gonna be a Miss Universe Philippines delegate kasi it's definitely, one of the highlights of my year and still currently the highlight of my days na I
Yes.
didn't think it was gonna be possible, pero in 1 week I got screened for Miss Universe. It was announced the following day, and then I did my photo shoots. Na sunod-sunod-sunod siya. It was a crazy week, but a life-changing week.
exactly. Life-changing but meaningful week for you because you are now one of the top 75 candidates of Miss Universe Philippines. All right,
Yes.
so that's the end of our segment for Show Me the Photo with Queen Ayin. So, Admin Sam?
Natin mo about yin.
Yep.
Yin. I will ask the question. This
Ayan,
Nawala ba?
nagahang yata ang ating
Mm.
admin Sam right now. But moving forward, let us greet first while waiting for our admin
Ah,
Sam. Shout out kay Diana Serrano. Sana ma-shoutout ako. Ma-shoutout po ako ni Miss Ayin. I'm your fan
yeah.
po.
Hi, Diane. Thank you so much for watching and joining us today. Maraming salamat sa support.
Alright, shout out kay Vida Guin
Narinig ko?
Hi,
Torrevillas.
Vida.
Yeah.
We also have May Vernaflor Velas.
Hi, May. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And
We have,
Rizanet.
yep, so we have Reasonet Liwanag. Again, we have Diane Serrano. Good luck po.
Thank you.
Go Ate Ayin, sabi ni John Felix Mahilum. Ready na ba,
Salamat.
Admin Sam? Ayan,
Parang
naka-freeze pa rin siya, Admin, our Queen Ayin. So, let's greet first May Bernaflor. Via Gwyn Torrevillas tanaw sa Queen V ni Queen Ayin. Wala pa rin Admin Sam. We
ayan, nag-move
have,
siya.
Hello!
He's back.
you're back, Admin
Stop
Sam.
and back! Yes. Okay, so thank that. Pasensya na, no? Kasi di maiwasan. Of course, I would like to ask, kailan nag-umpisa ang in beauty pageant? Queen,
Sorry,
again.
Admin Sam, can you repeat po? You were choppy.
Okay. Kailan nag-umpisa yung passion mo sa beauty pageant?
I've been watching beauty pageants for a long time. Even as a kid, I was watching it.
Mm-mm.
But
Yes.
I think my very first memory was when I was in grade school or very very young. Parang one of my
Mm.
teachers kasi lagi nilang sinasabi sa amin na si Miss Miriam Kiambao was a alumna
Yes.
of our school. Tapos sinasabi
Mm.
nila na, oh, she's so
Oh.
inspiring, na she's very smart.
Mm.
And I always look back at that and how they described her. I was really
Yes.
inspired. So ever since then, I would really watch and just look at these beauty queens and wish na sana ako rin. So yun.
Yes. Ano yung first na national pageant na napanood mo ng buo?
Nang buo, bata pa po talaga ako nun. So hindi ko na talaga
Okay.
maalala yung first kasi
Yes.
sobrang bata ko pa. As in, I remember I would stay
Yes.
up late na past my
Ah.
bedtime na hinihintay ko sinong
Yes.
makokoronahan, sinong makokoronahan.
One, ano yung first from start to the end?
Sorry po, choppy ulit. Di ko nakuha po yung
Oh,
tanong.
sorry for universe naman yung first na Miss pageant na panood buo.
Ano po? Sorry, hindi ko po maano yung
Ay, naku.
full
Pasensya
question.
na nawawala. Sa Miss First, yung Miss Universe pageant na napanood mo ng buo.
Ah, yung hindi ko po maalala kasi I've been watching it since I was a
Same.
kid.
Ah,
So, as in ever since I would stay up late to watch it, ganyan. And yeah, parang tradition na siya every year eh.
mm. Okay, in the Miss Universe that there is no height requirement. Unang nalaman.
Sorry po, hindi ko talaga maano choppy sa
Uy,
atin.
sa internet. Oh.
I guess ang kanyang
In the Miss,
tanong, regarding with the Miss Universe journey, I mean, before the Miss Universe journey, since you mentioned a while ago na yung regarding with the height requirements, ano yung una mong ginawa when you heard that one na no height requirement for Miss Universe Philippines? That is
Oh.
admin Sam question.
Okay, got it. Thank you for that question.
Mm-mm.
Well, for me, I immediately got my birth certificate,
Mhm.
downloaded the application form, filled it out. As in, tinigil
Mm-mm.
ko po talaga yung trabaho ko. I remember I was working on my laptop sa kitchen counter. Tapos
Mm-mm.
sabi ko, hala, wala nang wala nang height requirement. So I immediately worked on my application and sent it that same afternoon, as in agad-agad.
Mm-mm. I see. Because you're very famous na sa social media, especially TikTok. Ano yung purpose mo of entering a pageant?
It has actually nothing to do with my work on social media. It's something
Mm-mm.
that I've always wanted to do
Mm.
kid, as a teenager, and now that the opportunity is there, of course I had to grab it because,
Mm.
growing up, I have always wanted to be part of it. I looked up to these beauty queens and I kept, I would even do pasarela at home pagka
Mm.
halimbawa commercial break,
Mm.
maglalakad
Yes.
ako naka-heels. As in, I loved it so much. And kasi I think with me, if there's an opportunity that's presented to me and I have the capacity to grab it, I will grab it.
Mm.
That's the kind of person that I
Wow.
am. And that's what I did for this one.
Yep, you're very
Yes.
risk taker actually. The higher the risk, the higher the return. I'm so proud of you for being
Thank you po.
so, of course, being a risk taker and of course showing your inner side of you, the true and the real regal beauty queen that we have right now.
Thank
So,
you po.
since you are inspiration to many, who is your inspiration in joining this pageant in this Miss Universe among all our Miss Universe?
I would say, well, to be specific for this experience, I
Mm.
really clung to the words of Maria Thatil, Miss
Ah,
Australia
Yes.
last
Mm.
year. During the time that I was waiting for the announcements, I kept reading her posts, I kept listening to her interviews,
Mm.
and
mm,
it just helped me, clarify for myself that I needed to join Miss Universe. To me,
Wow.
seeing how empowered she was and how she didn't care about her height, how she was just, she was unapologetic. And I wanted to be
Mm.
that confident too. So I kept thinking to myself, if she could do it as Miss Australia, why can't I? So, ayun, sobrang inspired ako and very personal yung impact niya sa akin in the last couple of months especially.
yep, amazing. Yep, back to
Wow.
you, Admin Sam.
Ano? Yes, thank you. Pasensya kayo sa aking internet. Of course, I would like to ask this question. If you are to define woman empowerment, what is that?
Choice. Women empowerment is all about choice, having the power to choose what happens to your
Mm.
present, your future. It's about redefining your past. It's about knowing that you are empowered to make your own choices no matter what.
Mm.
Wow. And what is your definition of good Filipina beauty?
Filipina beauty is whatever we want it to be, really. I think the beauty of
Yeah.
is that we get to define it for ourselves. We don't have to limit ourselves in a box. So it really
Mm.
depends on each person. And I think there's beauty in that. There's diversity in Filipina beauty, and it's something that we should continue to celebrate.
Wow. And we have here a beauty standard. Ano yun? Yes, admin?
Yep.
Admin, are you there? Ano yung beauty standard?
So
Nabasa
I
ko kanina.
believe we,
Gusto mong
yep, I believe,
i-define? Yes.
yep.
Mm.
So I believe pwedeng i-connect natin kay Queen Ayin.
Yes.
Tell us story about the beauty standard, or can you tell us something
Mm.
about beauty standard?
Beauty standards are, it's something that I've always been passionate about, especially
Mm-mm.
when I speak, and it's because of my personal experiences. I believe that when we talk about beauty standards, we're not
Mm.
just talking about vanity. It's not just,
Yeah.
it's not shallow, because beauty standards dictate how kids look at themselves on a physical level, how they look at their potential. And as somebody who grew up morena in a country
Mm.
where being a morena, being fair skinned, I've had to really work on my confidence despite the Filipino beauty standards. And this is why I am still here today. This is why I talk about the things that I talk about. It's why I have my business. It's because it's how I have my
Mm.
podcast. And I really think that if we can fix how we look at beauty standards, we can also help the next generation have a better relationship with themselves.
Yep. So hashtag Morena Beauty. Right. So go Admin Sam.
Wow. Ito natanong to dati eh. Actually, natanong di Gloria Diaz to
Mm-mm.
eh. And I would like to ask this question to you. Which would you prefer? Being beautiful but not smart, or smart but not beautiful?
I think it's pretty obvious. I would rather be smart but not beautiful. And
Mm.
I want to start by also saying that beauty is very subjective. To
Exactly.
Yes.
it to different people, beauty looks differently. So for me, I'd
Mm.
rather have knowledge and wisdom and know in my heart that I am beautiful in my own way. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If I look at myself with confidence, then I can take on the world.
Wow.
I beg
And
to
of course, may tanong
disagree
din
with
si...
you that you're not
Yes.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I beg to
Yes, you are
um,
beautiful. Yes.
you are very beautiful actually, as a matter of fact tonight. May resemblance ka kay Nadine Lustre.
Yes.
Oh,
Actually,
diba?
Queen
Filipino
Aye is
girls.
both
Yeah.
beautiful and smart. Smart.
Thank you.
Nandun yung
Yes.
dalawa na yan. Yan. Of course. No, ito,
You're,
nakuha ko tong kay Boy Abonda eh. When is the time
mm,
to listen and when is the time to speak?
I think it's time to listen when you have so much to say and you feel like you're bursting with emotions. And it's time to listen. It's time
Yes.
to speak when there's something that you've been meaning to express, but you're having a hard time to. I think we need to learn the difference between the two, because that's how we build better connections and that's how we are able to empathize better, you know.
Okay.
agree.
Now, for those who have the fear of public speaking o yung tinatawag nilang glossophobia, what are your tips to speak
For me,
confidently
I
in
would
public? Yes.
say practice, meaning take every opportunity
Mm.
to speak, because it will always be
Mm.
nerve wracking in the beginning.
Mm.
But the more you do
Yes.
something, the less worrisome it becomes. And, you'll just look back one day and realize, oh, hindi na pala ako kinakabahan. So keep doing it.
Mm.
Yep. Keep practicing.
And in,
Practice makes
yes.
permanent. Mm.
And in the word of public speaking, ano yung tip mo para mawala yung intimidation? Kasi kagaya nito, ang galing ni Ayen, di ba? Queen Ayen, minsan di maiwasan na, di ba, ma-intimidate tayo. Grabe to, parang lalamon to ng buhay, gano'n, di ba? Ano yung tip mo
Yeah.
para mawala yung intimidation na yun?
Honestly po, it's the same thing I say, what kahit na hindi public speaking, tao
Yes.
lang yan eh. Like it's
Mm.
another human being, tao lang yan. Um Hindi
Yes.
naman porket magaling magsalita or magaling mag-Ingles, magaling mag-Tagalog, ibig sabihin nakakaangat sila sa'yo. So,
Mm.
no matter what happens, tao lang sila, tao ka lang rin, and you deserve to be where you are.
Yes. And
Yep.
actually, that is one of the reasons why I joined Toastmasters here in Saudi, because yun nga, because of these people na magaling magsalita. Yung tipong they have been inspiring me, and of course I want to learn. Kumbaga I want to improve. I want to see the progress in me. Kaya kahit papaano is nakakatulong. Yes. Gradually, di ba? Ayun. Yes, Queen Ayin. Gaano ka kasaya yung nung inalis yung height requirement?
Sobrang saya po, as in sobrang saya. But at the same time, I was also
Mm.
nervous because
Mm.
it's a different experience for me. It's not something that I've ever tried before. So nakakakaba to be in the public eye na
Yes.
you're trying something new and then people have to see you and witness you learning. And that's really scary. But at the same time, masaya ako kasi finally, ang tagal ko tong
Yes.
dinidream, pinapangarap ko lang, tapos ngayon possible na. So, I'm happy with that.
Yes. At ito, does it add pressure to you na yung batch mo ngayon, ang daming mga kilalang kilala na, may mga veterans. And of course, ikaw, you have a name in the social media world. How do you take that?
Honestly, parang hindi ko naman po siya tinitake as pressure kasi I think everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows that I'm not a traditional pageant girl. I'm not a traditional beauty queen. And I think being somebody na people have never seen before, the expectations are really not based off anything. So,
Yes.
iniisip ko na lang, they don't really know me. Nobody really knows what I can do yet. So, I'll just focus on the work because at the end of the day, yun naman po yung kailangan kong pagtuunan ng pansin and oras. Kailangan ko mag-practice, kailangan ko mag-training, kailangan kong umaura sa photo shoot. So, yun na lang yung fina-focusan ko.
Aura,
Yan.
tama
At
ka dyan.
Yes!
speaking of that, anong mga paghahanda mo ngayon sa Miss Universe Philippines?
One of the things that I've really had to work on was, of course, my runway, my pasarela, because I've never trained for it officially, formally. So that's one of them. Tapos, on top of that, doing interviews like this one has really helped me, especially
Yes.
with the interview portion and the Q&A portion, because even though
Yes.
I am a public speaker, I'm not used to the pageant format, which is a
Right.
different ball game completely. So that's really helped me. So thank you po for inviting me here.
You're so welcome. Yes, Queen Ayin. At of course, nakita ka namin with Tito Roger Flores ng Kagandahang Flores.
Yes.
You're part of, yes, Kagandahang Flores.
Mhm.
Ano yung mga bagay na natutunan mo doon?
Sobrang dami po. As in, kasi syempre from an audience perspective, people,
Yes.
we think na alam natin kung paano gawin yun. Pero
Mm.
if you're there, and I joined after the top 100 was announced. So
Yes.
hindi ako talaga nakapag-train beforehand. But I was really lucky na Kagandang Flores opened their doors to me, Tito Rogel, ganyan. Tapos I was able to, first of all, walk beside beauty queens. So yun pa lang is number one na natutunan ko. Ganito pala yung feeling of how to pull yourself up, make yourself look tall, make yourself look confident,
Yes.
lalo na kung nakahilera kayo. That's something that I
Yes.
learned. Grabe, iba talaga siyang experience, pero sobrang nakakatuwa po.
And I would like to ask, kumusta ang experience with the duck walk? Yung first day of duck walk.
Oh my gosh, nanginig po talaga yung tuhod ko, yung ankles ko, nanginig talaga. But yun nga kaya lalong tumaas po yung respeto ko for beauty queens because it's just something else. I'm a beauty queen now,
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
I mean, we are athletes. As in, the way we train, okay, pwede pala to. Para akong bumalik sa cheerleading training ko.
At of course,
Yes.
dahil kaka-announce lang ng, di ba? Top 4 tayo ng si Queen Ayin, di ba? Of course, i-share natin yan, I-share natin yan dapat. Yan. Yan,
Yes,
i-share ko yan,
tama ka dyan, Admin.
Oo, kailangan nilang makita ito. Tama ba itong
So, mas mahirap.
Yan. Now, I'd like to ask.
Papalakpak naman dyan,
Yes, yung nga
Admin
palakpak tayo
Sam.
dyan, di ba? At congratulations. Sino yun? Sandali. Yan. Okay, meron pala dito. Okay. Now, I'd like to ask this question. Queen Ayin, when is that time you feel you are the most confident version of yourself?
When I can fully express my opinions, that's when I feel the most confident, because I feel like, if anything, my superpower is my voice. And if I can
Mm-mm.
really stand up for what I believe in, then I am the most confident Ayin there is.
Wow. And when is the time you feel you are the most beautiful version of yourself?
When I am the most confident as well, like when I have peace of mind, when I'm not worrying about any external factors, when I can just go to sleep and know that I've done everything that I needed to do. I've you know I have no regrets. To me,
Mm,
kasi beauty is something na I feel when I don't
Mm-mm.
have to apologize for who I am.
yeah, tama.
Exactly. Actually, may interview ako napanood your first pageant.
Yes.
Anong istorya nun? Yes.
I joined my first pageant in my first year in college, freshman
Mm,
year sa UST, because actually I was a shifter, so my first degree program was interior design. So I joined
Mm.
Mr. and Miss Fine Arts. Tapos
Mm-mm.
after nun, when I was in my fourth year, I joined Mr. and Miss AB, kasi yun naman yung English na ako, English Language Studies na yung degree
Yes.
program ko. But
Mm-mm.
yung first experience ko, I was 17 years old, I think. Yeah, I was 17 or 18. Tapos, like I said, diba, sobrang fan po ako ng pageant. So, when I heard that
Mm.
there was a college pageant, I was like, yup, I'm joining. Syempre, sasali
Wow.
ako. Ayan.
At kayo nanalo, di ba?
I was Miss Congeniality.
mhm.
Okay.
I was Miss
So at least,
Congeniality and Best in Talent.
ano yung talent?
Wow.
I danced. I did a
Okay.
contemporary dance po.
Mm. So right
Wow.
after the pageant, you joined another pageant. Tama ba?
I waited 2 years kasi
Mm,
parang nagpahinga muna ako since I was focusing on my studies, ganyan.
mm,
Tapos, when I was about to graduate, my last year, sabi nila,
mm.
ayun, go na, sumali ka na ulit. Sabi ko, okay, fine. Sige na nga.
Okay. Now, alam natin that our country has been considered as the powerhouse in the beauty pageant world.
Mm.
And our local pageants are one of the toppiest international beauty pageants in the world. Ramdam mo ba ang intense ng competition nyo ngayon?
Yes, I definitely feel it. But the thing is, I don't feel it internally, because like the organization, the other
Mm,
candidates, as in super supportive and super friendly nung environment, na hindi ko masyado na-feel na kalaban or anything like that.
mm,
It's really mostly on social media. That's where I feel the intensity.
yes. When it comes to your gown or national costume, may team ka na ba?
Yes, meron
O
na
mayroon
po.
nag-approach na sa'yo?
Meron na po. Excited
Oh,
na ako, pero I don't think I can
okay.
talk about it yet.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Yes. So ito, after ng Koan Runway Challenge, nire-reveal na ba kung anong next challenge or sekreto muna? Huwag muna.
Hindi ko po alam actually. I'm waiting also for the next one. They'll probably announce it tonight or tomorrow, pero hindi ko po alam pa yung next. Kinakabahan ako.
Ano yung feeling na any time of the day, i-announce nilang top 50?
Nakaka-excite po, because I feel like I'm also watching this at the same
Mm.
time
Mm-mm.
being part of it. It's really exciting na parang na-enjoy ko talaga yung process of the selection.
Mm.
Ito dahil TikToker si Queen Ayen Because nasa pageantry world ka ngayon. Nagbago ba ang concept mo ng mga contents mo? Kumbaga may idadagdag ka ba na contents because you are in the pageantry? The job.
I honestly, I don't think so. I think if
Mm-mm.
anything, I'm trying to be as myself as possible pa rin. Kasi there's a tendency for me to, syempre, I'm sharing a lot about my pageant journey. I'm sharing a lot about
Yes.
my transformation. But at the same
Mm-mm.
time, I also don't want to disappoint the viewers who were here before the pageant experience started. So I still want to do my motivational content. I still want to do my public speaking content
Yes.
because I think at the
Wow.
core they make me who I am, and dun na din naman ako babalik.
Okay. There is one English word to describe your whole journey to the Miss Universe Philippines. What is that and why?
It would be tenacious
Mm.
or
Wow.
tenacity, because
Yes.
nobody really forced me to do this. Nobody said, Ayin, this will be a good experience or a good strategy for you. Nobody said that. I did this, I decided it on my own. I wanted it. So, and I think for somebody like me, especially with the external pressure, with everybody, having their own opinions about my delegation, it takes a certain amount of tenacity to show up here.
Yes.
So I think I'm pretty tenacious in that way.
Exactly.
Wow.
We can see that you're very determined with
Thank you.
regards
Yes,
to your
exactly.
journey right now. You're
Thank you po. That means a
tenacious,
lot.
tenacity. Yep.
Mga girls from Kagandahang Flores. Mga nagkita na kayo, di ba? Yung
Yes,
iba.
opo. Nakita
And
na
how
po
was the
kami.
first yung meeting nyo?
Super fun, super fun na parang na-experience ko yung feeling na magkaroon ng kasama. Kasi yung iba ko pong experiences, syempre the photo shoots, I had to do them myself or with my team, pero wala akong kasamang ibang candidates. But training at Kagandahang Flores, kasama ko yung ibang girls. Tapos nakakatuwa na na-feel ko talaga yung sisterhood. And na-feel ko talaga na
Wow.
ang bait po nila, especially since
Mm-mm.
I'm just a newcomer. If I don't know something, tatanungin ko, anong ibig nila sabihin sa ganun? Like, can you explain? Anong gagawin ko? And
Yan.
super friendly po talaga. Ang ganda ng environment.
Wow.
You know, Admin Sam, I can
Yes.
learn a lot tonight, not only knowing the fact that Queen Ayin is very renowned in terms of TikTok.
Mm. Mm.
Nakikita ko yung real beauty niya inside, wherein
Yes.
she is a beauty queen na handang makinig and
Yes.
ready to listen and ready to learn
Yes.
something new, which is a very good and very good quality of a good queen na kailangan natin
Exactly.
ngayon sa Miss Universe stage. Congratulations for that, Queen
Yes.
Ayin. Keep it
Thank
up.
you
And
po. Thank you so
at parang
much.
napaka-grateful niya, napaka-humble niya, di
Mm,
ba? Oo. Kahit
exactly.
kilalang-kilala na siya, di ba? Oo.
Ayun, sabi nga ni Levi's Logman, phenomenal. Oh, 'di ba?
I love that word.
Ayun.
Ah!
Of course,
Phenomenal.
wow. You are representing San Juan. Kung may
Yes
mga
Mm.
po.
bagay kang pinagmamalaki bilang taga San Juan, ano ang mga yon?
I would say the history po of San Juan. I can't wait to be able to share the what I know about San Juan's history.
Yes.
Kasi first of all, like I don't know if people are familiar, but like the whole pinaglabanan shrine thing and yung
Yes. Mm.
history behind that, how the Katipunan, the Katipuneros, ganyan, their
Yes.
efforts. And I think it's very reminiscent of me as a contender here, alam mo yun? As a palaban girl.
Yes.
And it's
Mm.
also, more than that, it's a small city geographically, but it's a very powerful city. So I'm grateful that I get to represent my birthplace.
And speaking of pinaglabanan shrine, yan ba yung nakikita sa EDSA?
Hindi po, iba po yun.
Okay. Okay,
Sa San Juan
okay.
mismo siya. Ay,
Ah,
excited na ako mapakita next time.
yes, 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 yes. Alamin namin yan. Yes. May shout out tayo kay
Hi,
Yes.
Darlene.
Yes. Yeah, masaya na kasali siya. Yes. Kung nakakahawa lang talaga yung ganong klaseng happiness. Sobrang genuine. Yes, of course. Mm-mm.
Thank you po. Oh my
No,
gosh.
dahil nga kilalang kilala ka, na, super proud. Ayan. Wow. Thank you.
Yan. So yan ang
Oo.
pinaglabanan, sir. Ay, pinaglabanan shrine. Tama po ba,
Yes.
Queen Ayin?
Opo. Excited
Mm.
na ako to to talk about it more soon sa mga next namin, next drops. Next drops.
Wow,
Wow.
amazing.
Thank you for that.
May pa trivia ang at Queen
Yes.
Ayin.
Of course, proud na proud ang mga taga San Juan.
Mm.
Ito, at isa ka sa mga candidates na napakalaki ng fan base, di ba?
Yes.
Ngayon, anong may papangako mo sa taga San Juan sa journey mo sa
I
Miss Universe Philippines?
I can promise my fellow San Juaneños na I will do my best to represent San Juan. I will be as palaban as I can.
Yes.
I will show up as the best Ayin I could possibly be, especially for this competition, knowing na I'm not representing just myself but also my fellow San Juaneños and every supporter who sees themselves in me. So at least kung at the very least maaasahan niyo po na I will do my best and I will show up as my best.
Wow. At ito, nagpa-shoutout yung mga Inatics. Di ba?
Oh my gosh,
Yan.
nakakatuwa. Nagulat po ako na meron ng ganyan. Hindi ko siya hindi ko siya
Ah,
in-expect. Pero hi
wow.
Elma, hello po
Of
sa
course,
Ahinatics.
proud na proud si Sir Dave Ocampo. The proud of San
AP,
Juan. Of
si Tito
the pride.
Dave, very, very
The pride
helpful
of
po
San Juan.
talaga.
Yes, yes. And mega shout out. Kanina we did an interview with two girls from House of Crowns. Of course, yan si Sir Dave, sila Edwin, Sir Alfonso. Maraming salamat. Of course, kung may mga bagay kang ipopromote or pasasalamatan, sino sila?
Ay, sobrang dami ko pong papasalamatin, but everybody who helped me to get here, because honestly at the beginning of this journey I thought I had to do everything myself. I know
Mhm.
that I do have the community on TikTok, I have the community on social media, but going into this it really takes a village na talagang mafe-feel mo yung effort. So I want to thank the people who helped me with my tasks. So we have sila Nicolo, si Carl, si Yesh, si
Wow.
Bria, si Jeo. Sobrang
Mhm.
dami po nila. Oh my gosh, baka maubusan tayo ng time. Sila Tito Dave, sila Tito
Yes.
Roger, Tito Edwin. Oh my gosh, grabe talaga. As in, hindi ko po akalain na makukuha ko yung ganong tulong at
Yes.
this point
Because
because
mhm.
hindi ko alam, wala po akong idea what it would take to be a Miss Universe Philippines delegate, but so many people guided me and it was
Yes.
really humbling talaga po.
Kumbaga, ang daming
You
surprise ang
deserve that
dumating sa
because
buhay mo, di ba? Ang daming
Opo.
surprises, di ba?
yeah.
Hindi mo talaga inakalang mangyayari sa'yo, pero it's happening now. Wow. And of course, Admin Roy, ano yung mga huli mong bago tayo magtapos?
Okay, so I encourage everyone again to please
Mm.
subscribe sa aming YouTube channel, and of
Mm-mm.
course would like to ask everybody to please continue supporting Philippine Pageants on social
Mm-mm.
media, especially to our Facebook account. We also have Twitter, PH Pageants underscore
Mm-mm.
official, OFC. We also have the Instagram account, The Real Philippine Pageants. And of course, we have TikTok, Philippines Pageant OFC. So everybody, please follow us for the latest news about Queen Ayin, of course, and to other Miss Universe candidate. One last thing, actually, when I am doing my research, napaiyak ako sa isang video mo. So one of your videos, sabi mo doon, please help me to get that microphone and share that message. This is very meaningful because for me, it's very essential for everybody, especially to you, to voice out your advocacy, to learn from you because we learned a lot tonight and we thank you. It's very humbling experience to learn about you as a future queen and we are excited to see your journey to get the Miss Universe crown this 2021. So thank you for your time and of course thank you for giving us of course giving us some time Tito Dave Ocampo Tito Edwin Uy for giving us this opportunity to interview our very own Queen Ayn Bernos of San Juan City. Maraming salamat po. On behalf of Philippine Pageants, thank you everybody.
Wow, yes. Queen Ayin, maraming salamat sa oras namin ha. Ito pasalamat ko ito.
Thank you so much po. Maraming salamat talaga sa time and for sharing your platform. Like you said, Sir, kanina, more than just winning, it's also very important for me to be able to share that message because it's something that I've needed as a kid, and I know that there are other kids out there who will benefit from it. It really affects how we see ourselves. Representation really, really matters, especially in a platform as big as Miss Universe Philippines. And I appreciate you po for taking time to to allow me here so I can reach your audience. So maraming salamat po sa oras and sa effort to research.
Yes, thank you for that. Ito, may huling tanong lang ako Queen Ayin, how would you like to be remembered as a beauty queen?
I would like to be remembered as the queen who showed up as herself.
Wow. Tumpak, yun na. Tapos na. Uwian na. At dahil clap tayo dyan. Yan. Okay. So maraming salamat ulit. Again, sa designer dito si Amir Alcoriza, sa aking napakagandang barong. Maraming salamat. Sa taga Jeddah, sa MSU Marawi, Mindanao State University, MSU Honors Program. Hi Poops, hello sa inyo dyan lahat. Dina, sa Buala del Sur, Jeddah. At sa lahat, mga followers namin, maraming salamat. At sa lahat ng naniniwala. At of course, invite mo sila, Queen Ayin, sa Miss Universe Philippines. Mga updates, kung ano pa mga aabangan. Nawala ako.
Okay, so while waiting for our Queen Ayin Bernos to invite our viewers to support her, would like to thank everybody who are watching us tonight here at Papua New Guinea. All my friends Marisol Monteclaro, thank you for giving us time for tonight. Maraming salamat po. At sa lahat ng mga taga Nueva Ecija, especially sa Science City Muñoz, maraming salamat po sa pagsubaybay ngayong gabi. So keep supporting Queen Ayin and Philippine Pageants at the same time. So Queen Ayin, what is your message to your Miss Universe supporters?
To everybody watching and supporting, thank you so much for all of the kind words, for all of the votes, and for all of the effort. And especially to those who believe and understand why I'm here. Maraming salamat po. At hindi ko po talaga ito magagawa kung wala yung suporta nyo. Marami pong salamat. And I hope I make you proud.
At of course, Admin Roy, pasalamat natin si Volterra. Of course, Miss Universe Philippines, of course, under National Director Sam of Soap, Creative Director Sir Jonas Gahud. Sa di ba, permission na, ma-interview natin si Queen Ayin. Yan, maraming Sir Dave. Yan, of course. So, napaka-interesting, napaka-informative to have an interview with you. And of course, maraming salamat sa oras mo. Yan, parang ayaw ko nang matapos to, pero yes. Okay, at of course, I would like to invite I will be doing interview with Miss Philippines Earth na Ayla on Sunday, and of course, Binibining Pilipinas Continental on Tuesday. Yan, sa abangan nyo guys. At saka marami pa sila. Yan, so maraming salamat po. Yan, sa mga naniwala sa aming page, thank you guys. At yes. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ayin.
Bye. Thank you
Good
po.
luck, Ayin.
Maraming
Good luck po.
salamat.
Yan.